Alright, continuing our coverage in Spooky Season for Predator vs. Black Panther. This is issue 2 and it is action-packed, so I don't have any time to waste. Let's just get started. So this starts off with the Dora Milaje, and they are still in the swamp, actively being hunted by the predators. They don't know this yet, but they know that something's off. They could tell that nature is telling them that there's something around them. But this doesn't happen quick enough for Nala to not be grabbed up into the trees, and by the time they realize that she's gone, they look straight up and it starts raining blood on them, which makes them fire off energy blasts from their spears into the trees, and that sends the predator out onto the ground, and they make quick work of him, which pisses off the other two, and they start firing back at them as well. We cut back to the other part of the swamp where the Black Panther is crawling out of the water, and he is pissed. He starts running and searching for the Dora Milaje, and unfortunately he finds the dead body of Nala, and he finds the dead body of a predator. So now he can put a face to his enemy. It's not a familiar face, but it's one nevertheless. After this, he hears another one of the Dora Milaje screaming because she's caught in one of those nets. Now, if you're not familiar with the predators, they have these nets that are made out of like this kind of unbreakable metal material, and when they wrap around you, they constrict and basically cube you. But that is no match for vibranium claws, which he makes quick work of the net. Now, with the Dora Milaje saved and the Black Panther staring out, they can tell that something's out there, they just don't know where it is. Now we cut back to the Wakandan border where we see a smashed up ship, but we see a OK Shuri and we see an OK Majikina. Now Shuri knows this system inside and out, and she knows that there is something wrong, but the predators are also aware that somebody is trying to hack into the perimeter, so they send a scout out to go stop that. The last thing that the predators want right now is any other interference from anyone else, so they're trying to isolate Wakanda, basically using Wakanda's already installed self-isolation against itself. They don't have any allies, they can't ask anybody for help because they've been secluded their entire existence. Now the Majikina uses the water nearby to try to understand what's going on, and he sees something that he has never seen before. He can see the predators, and he can see what he's calling the death of Wakanda. And as Shuri is trying to snap him out of it and talk some sense into him, she gets grabbed through the force field by a predator. Cut back to the Black Panther, who's being approached by a predator who is camouflaged. Now, the Black Panther is an amazing tracker. He can tell that the predator is there. He can see the distortion of light against the background, so he can tell where he is, and he just lets him believe that he can't see him, so he gets close enough to grab him and then a kick to the face. Kicks him directly back into the water where he is picked off by a crocodile. And for a moment it looks like the predator might actually win against the crocodile, and that's when the Black Panther steps back in, because he is the protector of Wakanda. Not just the Wakandan people, all of Wakanda. From the little itty bitty birds to the crocodiles. Now the main brother predator has just been watching what's going on, just trying to figure out what's happening so that he can make a break for the Great Mound and take all the vibranium that he wants. And they found it. They go into the mouth of the Great Mound, the great gigantic mountain in the center of Wakanda that has its natural reserve of vibranium, and he sees all of these mines, these vibranium mines, and he starts to just imagine. He starts salivating at the idea of having new armor, a throne, new weapons, taking back what was rightfully taken from him, what was his honor, restoring all of it with all of this weaponry. But that's it for issue 2, so we gotta wait for issue 3. Sorry to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but that's what it did to me too. So come back next time for issue 3, and I'll see you later. Peace. So right after part 3, part 4 will be coming out.